Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my Q2 flip of my Hobonichi Cousin to show you guys how I've been using it. Is it still the same? Have I changed anything up? And just generally give you a flick through of the pages so you can have a nose at them, because I really enjoy flip through, so hopefully you do too. Okay, so starting off the front pocket, so not a huge amount has changed in here. I still just keep a couple of stickers and kind of random kit pieces that I've kind of got on the go in there. I then have some of my custom script stickers that I made for the weekly layout, which you've probably already seen if you watch my videos. I then just have some sticker release paper that I started keeping in here just so, because I use the daily pages for scrapbooking and sometimes there's stickers on like presents or orders and things, so this is just somewhere to keep them until I actually get to the scrapbooking. Business cards and my index colour coding and these sticky notes, which I just use everywhere. Then have a Cocoa Fusion because I always like to have a tab to hand, and these work really well for that. This I have basically not used other than to reference where the bank holidays are. That's kind of as it was last time. This has filled up a little since the last video. As you'll see though, I'm still kind of using the notes pages from the first quarter, so this quarter is basically all just scrapbooking, so once we get to that section there might be some kind of cuts of things that like I don't want to show, and you know, pictures of people. So yeah, so probably there'll be fewer daily pages to look at than last time. So for those that haven't seen my cousin setup videos before or the flips, basically I use the daily pages as a scrapbook first and foremost. So anything that's pink, basically there are things on the pages from the day, whether it be ephemera or pictures or just a bit of journaling, and then everything spare I effectively use it for commonplacing or collections, however you want to call it. So the next empty page is what I'll use if I need to, you know, write a list or do some YouTube planning. Because I don't necessarily need loads of pages each week, I'm still kind of up to, so there's a few random pages where I may have accidentally used the wrong page, so but 20th of March is basically my next empty page, so yeah, I'm a little bit behind on that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see how that pans out. It might be for the next flip. I do like a big kind of all my daily pages flip, so you can kind of see it all coming together throughout the year. I'll see how I get on with that. In terms of the monthlies, so I have changed a little bit around how I use the monthlies this quarter, so still using it as my content planner, so this is where all my videos get planned, Instagram posts, etc. But what I decided to start doing, I think it was in March, yeah, it was in March, just to kind of give the pages a little bit more decoration and also have something fun to look back on. I stick some stickers for any new releases in the shop, just to kind of give me a nice little overview around, you know, what I've been up to this month in terms of shop stuff, because obviously this is a good barometer of content but not of the shop. So here you can see some of the stickers that I released in March, and then in April I started releasing some more kits because it had been a while since I'd been releasing kits, so those are in here. Same with May, and then June. We're kind of halfway through. I'm filming this a little bit early, but yeah, I really like this. I think it looks a little bit more pleasing to kind of flip through than the plainer pages, and it just adds a bit of decoration. I'm still using them kind of how I was before in terms of the content setup. So I list all of the photographs that I want to upload to Instagram on here, and then basically there's two check marks, one for when I've taken it and one for when I've posted it. So yeah, as I have more ideas or as I have new things to take photos of, I'll just add them, and as the month goes on they'll get both ticked off, and then anything that's not been posted will then get transferred over into the next month. Then for my weekly pages, so if you saw my plan with me recently, you'll see that I've spent a few weeks in here planning in my kind of categorized way. So quick overview is I split out my weeks because I don't really need the kind of time logging. I split out my weeks by life, shop, blog / YouTube, socials, exercise and meals. And then basically on a Sunday or whenever I plan out the week, I put in my to-dos by each category by the day that I think I'll do them. It doesn't necessarily, like some tasks I'll know if they have to be done on a certain day, so you know, cutting orders and things like that. Others will just be kind of in there because it makes sense in terms of I think I'll probably get to them on that day, etc. And then the top is basically just for events, because I don't tend to have, you know, loads of timed events or loads of things, you know, that require kind of planning in that way. That's more than enough space generally, and it also means I can kind of use a few stickers, make it look pretty, and then the rest is purely for kind of planning and to-dos. It was working really well for me, and then what I found was that my weekends I have been kind of spending a lot more out or away, and so I've ended up with kind of these blank spaces which I don't really like, and I feel like I'm not using the pages kind of to its full capacity. I also started dabbling in bullet journaling because this wasn't quite working for me, and if you saw kind of some of my other videos, you'll have kind of seen that journey and seen me then moving into my weeks to do basically the bulk of my planning. So while I was planning in here, I was using my weeks kind of on and off as a bit of a almost kind of messy planner and things like that. Recently I've moved fully back into the weeks, and so I've gone back to using these pages how I did actually at the start of the year. So kind of done a bit of a 180 on this, or rather 360 maybe, and gone back to basically pretty planning. So this is more of a kind of how did I spend my week, and as you can see I'm kind of halfway through this week, and yeah, it's just it's a little kind of creative release, I guess. And yeah, with me doing all of my main planning in the weeks, it's nice to get back to just, you know, a little bit of journaling. Well, it's not even really journaling, but just a little bit of, you know, what did I do? I've really been enjoying this way of planning in here again, because it does mean that when it comes to journaling and, you know, the scrapbooking thing side of the planner, it's really easy to kind of see what I was doing and what I did across the day. So, you know, sticking any ephemera or pictures is a lot easier to do. Onto the daily pages, and as I mentioned, there probably won't be a huge amount in here other than maybe a few kind of scrapbooking pages, but I've just been doing exactly what I did before. So sticking in random stickers, ephemera, a few pictures from what we've been doing. Sometimes I would write a few bits. I'm not big on kind of journaling. This is just a daily kit that I tried out. So yeah, I don't write a huge amount. It sometimes will just be a little note so I know, you know, what that was for. Most of the time I can remember, but I like to write a little something, you know, just what that random picture was, because I might not be able to look at that in a couple of years and know what on earth I took that picture for. But yeah, and that was a receipt from a vintage store around the corner. We spent a morning go-karting, and that is a great picture of us in our overalls. Got a few orders from Redbubble and you get a cool sticker, so why not stick it in the pages? There are a lot of pictures of wine and beer, I'll be honest. It's most of what I do. So not a huge amount, and obviously these pages are a lot less full than they normally are, because I'm obviously not using the, you know, the blank pages for commonplacing yet, but in a couple of months these pages will be full. So I think the year-end flip through will be quite interesting to kind of see all of the pages filled, or most of the pages anyway. Lots of pictures of food. I do find that particularly if I go for dinner or something like that, I do like to take a picture of the food or the drink or something like that, because knowing that I've got the blank space in here, it'll be nice just to, you know, put a picture in and then have some. and that is basically where we're up to. I have a few bits in here ready to kind of get stuck in with some pictures when I sit down to do it. I do try and do journaling once a week at least, just to kind of keep up to date with it, but that's about it. Nothing kept in here. Sometimes I'll keep ephemera for the scrapbooking, but I do find that I forget about it, which is why I've started putting it in the pages. And that is my cousin for Q2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully it's been edited well enough that it's not all chopped together horrifically, or I've not accidentally left loads of pictures of people in here. But yeah, if you have any comments about kind of how I use anything or anything I've used, links to everything that I mentioned that I can find will be in the description. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!